Tanner, I gotta say, I know you work in a different industry than I do, but I have never met anyone that's worked so late hours at all the different jobs he's had.
Yeah, Tanner, what's that about?
I feel like these jobs just kind of find me. Um, I don't seek them out. They just kind of happen to me. And yeah, I think I also am just maybe more anxious. So I'm like, okay, so I have to get it done because it's super crucial. We'll work a crazy hour, work over the weekend just to get it done. And maybe it's not the most important thing in the world. It's not the end of the world either. But I want to keep my job. It's, it's paying the bills right now, so I don't know. There's more. It's a more intense pressure. Yeah, no doubt paying rent. But there's
This
these jobs. I want one of those like jobs that during COVID, like conservatives would get mad about. They're like, look at these two girls who are apparently project managers, and they're taking their TikTok is like them from the pool, and they're like a day in my life as a project manager, and they don't do anything. You remember those TikToks during like COVID?
Oh yeah.
It was like
Oh yeah.
it was like the day in my life as a project manager. Woke up with my bestie, and we're in a resort in Colorado, and we don't do any work basically, and we have one 30-minute meeting a day, and that's it. Like that's what I'm. Obviously, that's what everyone like. Well, maybe not everyone wants because I think maybe
I mean, I want that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you say you want that, and then I mean, yeah, I think you would want that.
Yep.
Like people are like, if you don't work, you won't have a purpose. No, I think if you had that, where if I was getting paid the salary I was getting paid, and I just had to attend one 30-minute meeting a day, and that's all I had to do, send an email, one 30-minute. Yeah, I guess I couldn't complain. Probably wouldn't complain about that.
Daniel, how do you think Tanner gets to that point that he's working that kind of
Different
job?
job. It's a different job. I feel like those kind of jobs disappear if you continue to go further up the corporate ladder. Am I crazy?
that's probably that's probably true. How far up are you though, Tanner? You're not.
No, I'm not that far, but like,
Yikes. Altitude sickness?
no, it's lonely at the top, you guys. No, but I think I'm just in a different line of work. I'm more technical than I guess those I don't know. They're called hot girl jobs. Where you kind of just don't do a whole lot of work. Um, I mean, just in a different specialization than that. So I don't know if I'll ever get there. You guys. I don't know if I ever get my hot girl job.
Dang. Should have specialized into being a hot girl, I guess.
I spec for
Yep. Long
oh,
build.
I spec into the white guy nerdy skill tree. I put too many points in purse capacity and spunkiness.
Whoa, Tanner, you sure you want to put that many points in perspicaciousness?
Confirm.
Hit X.
No, I don't even know what perspicacious means.
I think I think you said the word right the first time. I don't think I said it correctly. Daniel, what in your skill tree of life, where did you spec too far into?
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Wow, that was a long cold open that we
It's
probably
always long
got
because you guys just
interrupted. Do you
yeah.
do you edit it so that you like pause our discussion, or is it just gonna come in
It's
or
that's
sorry,
just
It's
what
the
it
whole
is.
thing.
like the
Sorry,
title?
That's
guys,
what it
no
is.
episode this week.
That's just what it is. Um, what was my question? Sorry, Alex.
In your your skill tree of life or whatever, do you feel like you put too many points into one like skill? Do you think you're
Always percent.
like an imbalanced build or something?
You know, oh God, there's a plane going. One of the problems that I'm having now is I feel like I'm pretty locked into my industry at this point. You know,
That's a lot of perspicacity I'm hearing.
yeah.
certain industry. It's industry specific per capacity, as I understand it. Uh, okay, so wow,
So,
that was kind of it's a deeper answer than I was expecting from Daniel.
Wow, I'm
Daniel, do
totally
you,
sorry.
is that
sorry.
is that something that you fear is going to affect your long term career aspirations?
No, it's fine for now. But I don't have any fears right now. But I guess that maybe. I don't
Okay, so
know.
you say for now, and an aspiration is in the future. So your future involves doing
I mean,
something
my
related to
near-term
what you do.
future is fine, I guess. I don't know. I haven't had a need to look outside the industry anyway. So, you know what I mean? Like I'm not worried that the industry is going away. I'm worried that
Are
I
you
won't be able
sure?
to do it. It's
I mean, because there's been a lot of pushback on sports gambling, Daniel.
I don't know. There's too much. There's too much money.
there's so much money in sports gambling, Alex. I mean, there's so many degenerates. Look at Tanner, for instance.
I'm keeping single handedly keeping sports gambling as a business. And
He's he's one of the whales.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
There's
what
just
they
too
do it
much in it.
for. Yeah. Um, but yeah, so I guess Daniel loves what he does, and he doesn't see any problems with it. And hell, if gambling's that if preying on people's gambling's like a sin or whatever, preying on people's like weakness, which is a sin. Gambling's a sin. I think that should also be a sin. I think what Daniel's doing is he's being sinful. And
You
I
think?
don't know.
Well, thanks everyone for listening. This was the Experience podcast.
And
Uh,
I'm someone else, and I'm someone.
I think Daniel's been pretty virtuous recently. Tanner, it sounds like you have been too. I think hard work is something that's looked fondly upon by the divine.
That's the shitty part. I think if there was a real, true, you know, all powerful God, I think he would. I think he would appreciate the hot girl jobs. He'd be like, okay, you didn't really work that hard, but you lived your best life, and you weren't like an asshole or mean to people. If you consider maybe like flexing on people on TikTok about how you work 30 minutes a day and you can live a luxurious lifestyle off that. I think other than that, I think any kind of creator, all powerful God that I support would probably be chill like hot girl jobs. Like I think they're getting into heaven not off the merit of how much they work, but how much they've lived and enjoyed life.
I agree. I think that's fair.
I like it a lot too. Being a kid. You know how did you guys have Legos?
Of course.
Okay, well, you know how you got multiple Legos and you got them over time, right?
Yeah,
You didn't
you're
just get
you're
all
not.
your Legos at once.
Yeah, yeah,
Tanner,
yeah.
where's this going? Where's this
All
going
right.
to?
In
Let him
this
finish.
scenario, I am God. My Legos are, you know, my my children's flock, right? Like, and you kind of have them. Hold on, I was losing my train of thought. Point is, you kind of have this flock, and you don't really once you build them, once you play with them, and once you have them interact, that's kind of it. They've to me, I kind of stopped playing with certain Legos once I like got new Legos. And my point is that I'm losing my train of thought, and maybe what I'm trying to say is that in a way, playing with Legos is a lot like being God.
Thanks for that insight, Tanner.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think yeah, that was great. Um,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds like a lot like world building, Tanner. I can kind of see where you're coming from. Daniel, have you read any good books recently with world building as an element of the story?
World building. Is that what he's going for? Or is he more going for a metaphor for the construction industry? You know,
That's a good question.
What do you say? I didn't think it was all that, but
You heard it from the author, Daniel.
um, I can barely hear Tanner. Uh, I don't know if he ran away from his
I
microphone.
got scared. Okay,
Yeah,
scared.
okay.
The power of his metaphor frightened him.
Anyway, anything else other than Tanner's bi-monthly existential crisis? Uh, you know, because it seems like he does this every couple months.
Yeah, it
I
kind of
think
it kind of happens. Like I'm hoping it is like fine after like I'm hoping to hit 2026 in stride.
I think I mean I think you can. I mean, job isn't the most important thing, but I think if you clear a hurdle here and kind of do reasonably well, like
Yeah,
hit your goal, then I think you'll be smooth sailing because then you'll have the confidence to do it again, I guess. So I have full confidence in your abilities to do so. Daniel, are you
appreciate the vote of
Well,
confidence.
yeah.
well,
Yes, Daniel. What do
let,
you
let me
think?
let me ask you, Tanner, what's important to you? You know?
I actually had to kind of reconcile that recently because for the longest time, your goal in life in high school was getting into a great college, right? So that's what you kind of think about, dude. That was your goal. In college, it's kind of like your goal is like, okay, I want to get a nice job. Right? That's why I'm here. And then when you do get that job, it's like, okay, what's next? And for me, what was next was also like moving out, getting a spot in an apartment, um, out of my parents' house, and I did. And now I'm like, okay, well, now I'm kind of left with what is my goal? Where do I go from here? Got the job I wanted, did the degree, and I moved out. Now, what do I want to do? Um, and so it's a little bit more nebulous to find like a more concrete goal now because like I don't know. I'm you know obviously getting married is like a goal. Married, have kids, have a family, yada yada yada. That's a goal, but like that's one of those things that I don't know. Not that you don't work to achieve it, but it's kind of just one of those things that I expect will come, and I'm not like worried about it, like anxious about the same way. I'm like, okay, I gotta get into Georgia Tech, I gotta get this good job, I gotta study for an interview. I don't feel that same like I gotta try to just get a girlfriend, get a wife, and then have kids. I don't feel that same like definitive pressure. So I gotta figure out my own new purpose. And forget what the question was again. I'm not
I
on my
think
A
I
game.
think you're
I was
I think you're completely following
thank
like a
you.
logical train of thought answering. Wait, he just asked you what your goals were.
And the
And
thing is,
you don't
it sounds stupid, but maybe to be the best version of myself in 2026, and just to be, um, I don't know, someone who's uh, more comfortable with themselves, being alone with their thoughts, living alone. Um, Someone who's more independent and but also makes time for both himself and others. Just a supercharged version of Tanner. Take all the great assets that you guys know and love, and the reasons you're friends with me, and keep those, retain them, train them, amplify them a little bit, but then also strengthen some of the weaknesses I think I had as a person, as an individual. That's what I'm trying to do in 2026. I don't know how or exactly what to strength. It's like going in the gym and Like I don't know what machine. I don't know if I want to hit back or abs or cardio. Work on my biceps. I don't know what machine to use, but I know I'm at the gym. That's kind of where I'm at. The gym is a pretty big place, so I'm just gonna go play basketball. I hope that one makes sense.
Alex,
I'm
would you say
inspired.
that Legos are a metaphor for the gym?
Um,
Well, you're building.
you're losing me. You're losing me.
Um, I don't know. I would say not really any stronger than another activity would be because you're building something and you're exercising your brain in the same way you exercise your muscles in the gym. Tanner, have you thought about hosting dinner parties?
I could very well do that. I would be good at that.
I think that's I think you'd enjoy. I mean, we already kind of did that in college a little bit, or like, remember
Yeah, I don't think
you'd
I.
like
Yeah, yeah.
cook food. I'd be the.
I haven't
I
done
feel
that
like
in a
I'm very
while.
much in the red to you for that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't remember getting invited to all these parties.
Well, see, Daniel,
At all.
you were always there, and I
Yeah,
mean that in
in
that,
spirit. He means in
you
spirit.
know, you were Tanner's roommate, so
We
you
cooked together, Daniel.
That's
No,
true.
we
We did
didn't. No,
cook
we
together
didn't.
sometimes.
You would
There,
make a
there were a
lot
couple
of
times.
you would both make fried rice. I remember that.
well,
That was your go-to. You were really good. Hey, you had good
ah,
fried rice. But I don't think I ever had it. Not because I thought it
I
was
think you had it.
well, I tried of course I tasted it and tried it. You were like, please try it. I was like, this is good. But I would feel
Daniel
bad
only
about
cooks for one.
like no, he had a shit ton. He'd always make like a lot of fried rice. I think he's offered. He's like, yeah, you can take it. You could take a container. Like
Yeah.
you can eat one if you're hungry for lunch. But I never would because I felt bad about that because I'm territorial about food. Not because of
So
any food
your own
insecurities as a kid, but just like
territory is it food? Okay.
no, I'm just like I don't know. Unless I here's the thing, maybe I was just protective, but unless I offer you food, don't touch my food. I will offer it if I want people to have it. But if I don't offer it, that means it's like not okay.
Yeah.
But if I
I remember you being very insistent. Like when you do offer food, it's very like,
yeah, it's like you
please
gotta
take it.
please.
Like I am imploring you.
Yeah. Tanner would throw food at me to get me to
Yeah,
take it. I'd
yeah,
say,
yeah. No, 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 no,
good.
please, please.
Please, please, please.
Like, you
Literally
Yeah.
don't have to dump
begging.
soup on my head.
Yeah.
I'll,
Oh my God. Tanner, you should
only a
host.
couple times.
See, you should insist this upon others. I think. Well, you like to host. I'm not like. I don't want you to be spending all this money, but have other people bring a dish or something. Could do a little friendsgiving thing. That's a good.
I am thinking we're gonna do Friendsgiving. A couple
That would be
friends
fun.
back home.
Yeah,
We're still working out the date, which it probably is gonna not be on Thanksgiving or both. It's gonna be after
that's
Thanksgiving.
a good idea.
Maybe it's just gonna be a dinner party. At that point, it just becomes a dinner party.
Yeah, I mean, just
Like
something like that.
just the logistics.
Dude, flex your hospitality, flex your cooking skills.
The problem is
Be a
it's a little bit more
state or
difficult. It's a little bit more difficult to have dinner parties now because people are further away. So getting people together is more difficult than college when you could just walk 15 minutes, meet at someone's dorm.
ain't
So I
that the
do miss
truth?
that aspect, you know. But I do want those more. I do like cooking for people. I've cooked for Carl. That's been fun. Um, yeah, I cooked for Carl. I'll invite him over. We'll go climbing and then be like, have some of this food. He missed out this week. Our schedules didn't line up because this week, you guys, holy crap. I made these. Let me see if I can find this recipe. Slow cooked. It was hold on. Let me go to my history. Hot roast Sunday sauce with rigatoni. Slow braised pot roast with spicy Italian sausage, herbs, and red wine. Toss this Sunday style sauce with rigatoni pasta, cream, and grated parmesan. It is so good. There's a little bit of like there's like sage in there. Secret is like star anise as well. Add some like spice and warmth to the sauce. Um, and I roasted it last Saturday for several hours, and it was. I had some leftovers today, and man, yeah, I'm putting this in the chat. You guys can have this. Daniel, make sure that this is linked in the podcast because people don't want to miss this.
Of course. Yes.
This was great. This was one of the best meals I've ever made.
Let's see.
Um, so I had Scott and Henry over, and we had a pot roast, and so I guess that was
It's a dinner.
equivalent.
It's a dinner party.
Three makes it a dinner party. Three makes it a dinner.
Three's company. Yeah, I
Yep,
agree.
yep. So yeah, I'd be doing dinner parties. Occasionally dinner parties. Occasionally just dinners if it's just with Carl. It's just mano a mano. But yeah, I still like that. But it would be nice to have like a dinner party with like board games, and it's a full event. It's like let's all make a meal and bring it and do a potluck and then play Catan. Like I feel like that's what you do when you get older. That's what life is. Have a potluck, let's play Catan. Is that
Sounds like 2026 to me. What? 2025? Round out the year. No, I mean, I kind of feel like I'm in the same boat, Tanner. And so does Daniel, he was telling me earlier.
Yeah, why do you feel that way? Where you um, want to host more dinner parties?
Well, not specifically the dinner parties, but I agree a lot with what Daniel had said to me, which was, Daniel,
You know what's problematic? It's, I gotta make friends first before I can host a party. And, some people forget that stuff. Is all I'm getting at. So,
well, it's kind of what Tanner said. No, people aren't 15-minute walk away, anymore.
yeah,
You just have
that's
to be
true.
more like deliberate in your friendships, or just make more and more friends, more and more friend groups,
Wow, that's a
and
lot.
exactly. Like that's the new strategy is shotgun method friends. When you're an adult, shotgun method friends, and hope like just a lot, and hope that you get invited to like a group that maybe also does dinner parties, where you can
If
initiate
if I
dinner
invited
parties.
if I invited you two across country, would you come for a dinner party?
Um,
Assuming there were other things happening as
yeah,
well.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. Actually, that's it.
for just a
It's
dinner
just
party.
that. It's
That's
just that.
a hard sell to like uproot my life for a dinner party,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
which is kind of what I was told when I tried to host a dinner party recently. Someone was like, "I can't uproot my life." I was like, "You live 20 minutes away."
Who
Your
on earth
life.
is saying who is
I
saying
know.
that?
Call them out. Call them out.
That
Who
was
said that?
Put them
that
on
was
blast.
there was no one. I was being facetious as a. I
Oh,
don't
I thought
know.
I thought we had someone there.
I know. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't, I believe that someone would say that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
People
yeah, yeah.
make excuses
Like
for
a
stuff all the
direct quote. Yeah. No, but it's hard. Especially you come home drained from work. Making friends. That act seem like a chore is kind of like daunting, I guess.
Hmm. It is definitely more difficult. Well, here's the thing. I think once you hit 27, I'm not gonna say 26. Once you're 27, you just have adult friends. Like you are an adult. Like no one cares about age anymore. So you can start going to these events and just be like, okay, my next best friend is gonna be 55 years old, and it not be weird. That's what I think.
What do you think, Daniel?
Daniel, you're 27. Care to comment?
I'm older than that.
You're
Kind of
no, you're
old.
older. What? How old are you?
I don't even know how. I don't
Fuck.
know.
What? 20, 28,
Old.
29? You're 2 years
Sure. Yeah,
older
one
than
of
me.
those. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty old.
See, and
So,
I say here's the thing. Daniel's my older friend now. Daniel, you're like my adult friend.
Your older friend.
Yeah, that's like
Now I've always
Alex.
been the
Alex is.
same,
What do you
but
mean?
I've always been older than you.
Yes, I know, but now you're my like an older friend. Alex is still my friend. We're both 26, but you, Daniel, you're my older friend because you're not 26 anymore. You
Oh
see how that
God.
works?
Oh,
Like I
man.
have friends, and I just have like one of my older friends, one of my older buddies, and you kind of say it like that. One of my older buddies, he was trying to get around, and he had to use a cane. One of my older buddies. Yeah. It kind of just
Oh
rolls off the
man.
tongue. A couple buddies and I. That's like guys your age and younger. So once I become 27,
But the big age difference between us is really what
it's there's a
sets
gap.
that
There's a
apart.
gap. There's a
Yeah,
gap
there's a pretty big gap.
because once you're 27, you're only 3 years away from being 30. But being 26,
Nice.
you have a little bit more time.
It's true.
That's true.
So
Basically.
I can't
Bas-
imagine being 30. Daniel, care to comment?
I'm not that far away. Um, I don't know.
Right? I hate to get deep, but oh my God, guys, we are closer to our last, pot roast Sunday with sauce than we are our first. That's the sad truth. We are on death's doorstep, slowly marching toward it.
Yeah, it's rough.
What else is going
Bad
on?
life is
What
over.
else is going on? Georgia Tech's in the news recently. You hear about this? You hear about this? They have to win out. They're in control of their destiny, and
Man,
yeah,
I
they
thought
got
we were
to
gonna be in
pick.
the actual news. I thought we like did something bad. The way you set that
Yeah,
up, like Georgia
Georgia
Tech
Tech scientists recently,
officials arrested for like horrible
yeah,
ethics scandal,
horrible ethics scandal involving uh, illegal
lab rats.
surgical. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Hey, did you guys read Maximum Ride?
Nope.
Fuck, Daniel,
I know, Daniel.
did you read it?
No, no, I'm not
Oh,
I was gonna
I'm
make a
a
sick
terrible
reference, but
person.
the Georgia Tech
dude.
scientists are doing what they did in Maximum Ride, but only a few people are gonna get that.
Our listeners are pretty erudite. I'm sure a couple of them will
I
get it,
hope
Tim.
so. I hope so. I think that's what I'm looking for in a gal. If she's read the Maximum Ride books during
That's,
her formative years.
that's all you gotta say. You gotta go to a party and just kind of ask that.
Hey, were you a Maximum Ride fan slash on Tumblr in 2013? Are you single? And it's
Is that what you
that's
have in your like online dating profile?
It's the Rolodex he keeps when
what
he
what
goes to functions.
did you read Maximum Ride in your
Yeah,
formative era, or were you on
yeah.
Tumblr in 2013? Apply below, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's it. Here's the thing: once you get to be my age, which is almost 27, like I gotta just put that on the.
Tanner, what are you doing right now?
Oh,
Are you typing?
no, I'm playing with my phone. I figured out recently, like a week, on this phone case I've had for 2 years, that the bezel, the little thing that kind of props it up, and you can use as a, to put your finger in to kind of like secure your phone, like a little latch. It twists all the way around, so you can kind of turn it at an angle, and it's really fun and tactile. And I kind of just
It
play
clearly
with it. And
it
it's
clicks
an
into
adult.
place.
I
Yeah.
know it's coming through really easily.
Oh, it's extremely loud.
What?
Yeah, that's
It
a
just
Yep.
nice
sounds
click. It's a nice
it
click.
sounds normal.
It is a click.
Maybe. So when does this podcast just become an ASMR podcast? I say we do an ASMR session for the ASMR girlies, and
Okay.
okay, we'll all take turns doing our favorite ASMR sound on the mic. I think
I mean,
Daniel.
you've already got
I think
yours.
I think Alex should go first. Actually, Alex, you set the tone, and then Daniel, you next. What's your favorite ASMR sound?
Oh, I'm frantically looking around for a item to they like tap before they like drink the new
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks latte or something. Um, no, I was gonna do a pen click, but that's too pedestrian.
Mm.
Um,
He's a very bohemian.
taste in ASMR
No,
artists.
it might still be raining. Let me crack the door.
Well, that sounded good.
That's my ASMR.
That
Yeah,
door's good. That's a
yeah,
good. Yeah, that was good.
that's it's summertime and we're grilling, and I'm gonna go get a dog from the grill because I've
That
been
was nice.
inside. Yeah,
That was nice. I like that. It took me back to, pool days when you kind of have when you slide open the door, go to the pool or whatever, the pool house.
bingo. Yeah,
Yeah.
Daniel,
Daniel, what do you got?
Geez, I don't know. I don't have anything here.
why are you in Washington State?
Thank you for asking, Alex. Um, that's a great question. Uh,
It
this
demands
is
an
where
answer.
Owen, this is where Owen is stationed.
Oh,
So,
I could have. That would have
Yeah.
been literally my first guess, but
yeah, well,
glad you said that.
yeah, so,
Do you think West Coast is best coast?
well, Tanner, I've been out here for a few months and I'm basically a West Coast person now.
Wait, really? You have a
You've
Subaru now?
always been a West Coast person.
Yeah, so,
Wait, Daniel, you have a
it's,
Subaru?
no, I don't assume.
Okay. Are you
Oh,
close to getting one though?
no, my car's like 5 years old. I feel like it's good. It's good for another 5 or 10 years.
30. Yeah.
30
Yeah.
years even. Yeah. I mean, it only has like 40,000 miles.
Oh man,
Oh
Daniel,
wow.
you and I are the same.
Yeah, so it'll
I have
keep
like
going. If you want to do,
Start
okay.
your car.
Um,
Start your car for the ASMR.
yeah. Do you know that Subaru means love, Japanese, or family, something like that?
That's a classic Tanner's BSing really hard moment.
Hold on, let me look up
I
what it actually means.
could read that from a mile away.
It means unite or together. Okay. Just it's the Pleiades star cluster. Interesting. That's why the stars. That's why the logo of the company is the 6 stars, symbolizing the 5 companies
There's
that
6 of
merged
them.
to create Fuji Heavy Industries, the parent company of Subaru, with the 6 star representing the merged company itself. Very interesting. I thought. Okay,
I thought
so
there were 3 stars. I'm
no,
having a Mandela
there's
effect
like
moment.
5 plus one big one.
Okay, so 6.
Yeah, interesting. I did not know that. Well, now I do. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not going to get a new car soon. Um, my car's in the shop. I don't have it here.
Oh no.
I think I told you. I think I told
What'd
you
you
about it,
do?
right?
No, I didn't. I didn't hear.
No? Oh my God, I was in an
Maybe
accident. I was in an accident
when. Wait,
2 weeks ago.
that we've spoken since then.
Yeah,
Wait. What? What happened?
maybe a week and a half ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. What happened? I was in Buckhead, and I turned right on a green light, and the far right lane was like full of cars that were
Oh, you did tell
yeah,
me this.
yeah, like stopped. So I kind of pulled in the middle lane because the far right lane was full and wasn't really moving. People were taking right, and I was going down the middle lane a little bit and wasn't going very fast. But this lady just didn't check her mirrors or whatever, and she pulls right into me. Yeah, yeah. But I wasn't
Sue
at
her.
fault. But yeah, my
Good.
car's scratched pretty much all along the passenger side. The passenger door doesn't open, so it's
Oof.
like $3,000 worth of damages.
Yikes. But she's paying for it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay. So no GoFundMe from the podcast.
no, I don't need a GoFundMe, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Oh, you could have committed like insurance fraud
I
with the
could,
podcast listeners.
I,
Like, dang guys,
guys, I can't.
insurance isn't covering it. I can't get to my job. I'm destitute. I need your support. You could have totally done that.
I would never hold our listeners ransom.
Good.
I
That was a
would never
test.
do
You
that.
passed. You
Yeah,
passed.
thank you, thank you. I appreciate the experiences listeners more than any other podcasts hosts audience appreciates their audience. And I can say that because I've had numerous fan interactions since the podcast started.
Yeah.
i.e., I've spoken to
Can
Daniel
you
and Alex.
do you want to name a few of your favorite
You
listeners?
guys, well, pretty much all the listeners that I know, you guys know as well. It's the people we've all met and the people that sometimes appear on the podcast.
And your favorite experience?
With one,
Uh,
uh,
pardon the pun there. I didn't realize.
favorite experience. Um, yeah, I went out to dinner with one of the fans that just recognized me from the show, and we had a great night, a great evening, and it was just a pleasant experience all around.
Yeah, Tanner, how do you
Next
respond
question.
to the allegations that that was an abuse of power, given that you were in a more powerful situation?
Abuse of power? Abuse of power?
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind? What we did was nothing more than consensual dinner.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the podcast like canceled. Like this
Like a
is like when
soundbite.
yeah, when one of the co-hosts of a podcast get canceled and there's like an awkward limbo period of the podcast before they figure out they're like, okay, we're gonna have to go on without Tanner because he's canceled. You know that moment? I'm trying to have that right now.
I mean, you've had numerous
She told me
moments.
she was 18. This is a witch hunt. And then Tanner's not
Uh,
going to be on the podcast
Jeez.
for the next foreseeable future.
yeah.
Or they just bring someone else on and pretend like nothing happened.
Exactly. We had a producer on the show, and now we have a host. I hate
They're,
that.
they're gonna
No, I
bring
hate that.
it's gonna be Stefan. It's gonna be
You're gonna
Stefan.
replace me with Stefan. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, we had to find a substitution while he's out vacation or out on leave or say something innocuous like that. Um, nah, I'm just messing with you guys. I haven't met any fans, but I want to.
Well,
Unless
Daniel,
go.
that's why you're setting up the
The
podcast
experience
meet and
fan
greet,
meet
right? Yeah.
We've done a
in
meet and greet
Washington
before.
State. It's in Seattle. It's
Yeah.
gonna be.
We have
It's in
we've done a meet
Everybody
Seattle.
before.
drag yourself out to Seattle.
It's in Daniel's house in
Yeah.
Seattle.
My
That's where it
house.
That'd
is.
be kind of lit.
It's at it's actually you got to
So
go about 2 hours north of Seattle. So you can go to Seattle and then you got to keep going
are you on the
past.
border?
Vancouver.
That's like,
It's in
yeah.
Vancouver.
It's close. It's close. Yeah.
It's in
Is it
Mount
like
So
Rainier.
Bellingham or something? That's a city up there, right?
Isn't it
that
Bellwood
is
or
a
whatever?
Don't dox
city.
yourself.
Let
Yeah.
me see how. Let me see. That's hold on. I want to make sure it's the one that I'm thinking. You know, because people always saying Bellingham, and I'm like, yeah, probably, but I don't actually know.
Yeah.
Actually know where that is. It ever happened to you where people mention a city and you're like, you pretend like you know where it is because it's kind of near you, but then you don't actually know.
You're trying to blend in with
Same.
I
the
was thinking of
locals.
Bellevue, Washington.
I think
Okay,
that's a little further
Bellingham.
east.
Bellingham's a little too far, but you're in the ballpark, is all I'll
Okay,
say.
good enough for me.
Let's go GeoGuessr and find where he lives.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that game. Yeah,
Do you live
Daniel.
on Orcas Island? Daniel, do you live on Orcas Island?
You can figure out where I live if you, based on,
No.
based on the echoes in his voice
oh yeah,
through
yeah,
his
you can probably
house.
figure that out too. Or you could listen for background noise, probably.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah, yeah. Like, oh,
shizzle.
he's definitely 58 meters from the road. It's got to be this house.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, Daniel. So the meet and greet. Now that we're finally, it's been in the works for a while. Uh,
Yes.
tell us what can our listeners expect?
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of an all day experience. You don't have to be here for the full day, but most people I think are coming for all day. And when I say all day, we're talking about 20 hours, right?
Oh
Uh,
shit.
That's
yeah,
what
I
I'd
mean
like to hear.
it's a full experience, right? And again, you don't have to. There's no requirement, obviously, but I think most people when they RSVP are saying they're coming all day. Um, and I will say we do not offer sleeping arrangements. We can't help you with any of that, so you'll have to figure that out uh, on your own. The other thing is, what am I forgetting? Oh, for parking.
Mm.
Parking is an interesting. So we did rent out a parking lot nearby. Um, so if you're driving, I assume most people will be driving here. Alex and Tanner, I don't know about you guys,
Yeah,
but
I'll be
I s-
driving from
okay.
Texas to Washington.
Hmm. Okay, yeah. So if most people are driving, so you're probably looking for parking. So we are renting out a parking lot. They're actually building a brand new one for us, We were able to get a
Oh,
sponsorship deal with them.
sheesh.
Um, yeah, so it will be free for everyone. So that's that. And then you're probably wondering activities, what's happening at the meet and greet, right?
Well,
So we
there's
are
the
we are gonna
the
yeah,
6
go ahead.
a.m. turkey trot is the first thing, right?
The turkey
Get our
trot, yeah,
20 hour
I was
there
gonna say, yeah, the
kicked
turkey
off.
trot is the first thing. And I've had a lot of people excited about that. I feel like that's one of the big things that people are excited. So that's a turkey trot. It's a 25K. So it's a little much. Yeah, it's a little much for some people, but I think they're going to be excited about it. You know. Uh, and then after that, we're getting right into the ice cream sundae eating contest. So it's a back to back. We don't have a lot of wiggle room in the schedule. We've been trying to shift things around, but that's just kind of what we have. Meanwhile, if you don't want to do now, if you're not interested in the 25K or the ice cream sandwich, ice cream sundae eating contest, you can. We do have a moon bounce. We did get a moon bounce. Um,
Oh yeah.
one issue with the moon bounce, again, this is part of how we're paying for this. There's a lot of sponsorship deals that are involved in this meet and greet. So that moon bounce is basically all ads. You do have to watch an ad before you get into the moon bounce. Uh, so that is a requirement.
Okay.
Um, there will also be a ball pit. Yep, and that the balls are all just ads as well. So it is kind of a bit of an experience there, but I think people will be fine with it. I haven't heard anything.
Will there be a marketplace where we can buy and go to shops,
There will be a market, so we are planning to have a little farmers market. If you're interested in participating in that,
where I can browse and purchase local sundries?
you can. Yes, you can.
And
Alex, do you want to get into what
do
we're
I
doing
have to
for
get a
lunch?
ticket, or is that option free?
Well, Alex will talk about that because the ticket kind of includes the meal if you do again, that's a little complicated. But Alex, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, no, in the afternoon, Tanner, you're right. Daniel, being in the kind of in a new area, he wants to highlight the local kind of cuisine, the local feel. So he's hiring a band. There's gonna be stalls, market shops, pretty cute. Uh, and of course, after that, that's sort of the relaxed period. Late afternoon, we have the jousting tournament. Full armor. Experienced podcast members are encouraged to participate. We do have full-time professional staff there to engage in the activities. If podcast listeners do not
A-
want to do that, that's
Alex,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like you're bearing the lead here because if you didn't sign up for the jousting tournament and like you said it was a hotly contested tournament. A lot of people were trying to get into that. We do also have the Shark Tank experience. You can swim with sharks if you wanted to do that as well.
yeah.
Um,
Oh no, I thanks Daniel for chiming in. We know the experienced podcast listeners are adrenaline junkies. We have a lot of fun stories we talk about here. Tanner, you bring the heat every time. So that'll be kind of the ooh, uh, pièce de résistance. Is that what they call it, right? There's like something. Yeah, and then the remaining experienced podcast listeners after that event will be treated to a feast, Daniel, with again the local cuisine shining through. What can we expect at that feast? Or are we still keeping
yep.
it a secret?
Yeah, well, I don't want to reveal too much, but I will say that the feast will not be at my house because we just don't have enough room for that to feed everyone. So everyone will need to get on a hot air balloon and take that ride to the feast location, which
Is
again, we're
there
kind of
is
keeping
there a
under wraps.
is there a shuttle offered for people with acrophobia? I just
There
want to
is
know
not.
because
So if you cannot get on the hot air balloon, you would have to walk. Yep.
Well, we have the
or drive, right?
well, it's the
Or
what do
Uber
they
or
put? It's
Uber
a straight
rides.
jacket, right? No, the straight jacket in the hot air balloons, right? Like if you want to make it to the dinner party, kind of like what we were talking about with Tanner, it's such a great opportunity to meet people, kind of break bread.
Yep.
Uh, uh, you know,
You're
that's
gonna
a
just
that's a
have to
big
make
part of the event.
sacrifices. I don't think
Yeah,
like it's consensual, but like you're gonna have to make sacrifices.
yeah. So we
Like
we do have a straight jacket on the hot air balloon, to sort of put you. It kind of works like a, weighted blanket. It'll kind of put you in a state of calm. So thanks for bringing that up, Tanner.
when
We
Yeah,
can I
will
do
also,
that?
I will also mention for people that are concerned about that, we will have an iPad playing
Oh,
episodes of
good.
Blue.
No
So
way.
if that's something that could help kind of
And that's
distract
not
you,
just
Yeah.
for the kids, huh?
Natural
yeah, that's what
sedatives.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
We offer a
Yes,
daycare in case you need
That's
to
the
come
we
up
do.
shark.
with
That's the Shark Tank.
Yeah,
Shark
the
Tank.
Shark Tank is the
Mommy,
daycare.
Daddy, I spent 4 hours at the Shark Tank at the Experience Meetup event. Yeah, that's what every parent wants to hear. Okay, and the crucial, we didn't even talk about this. When is it, and what can I expect to wear, show up, rain or shine? When in,
Yeah, so it is November 31st, so make sure you're there for that. Um, Rain or shine? Great question, Tanner. I appreciate that. It is rain or shine. What do you have to wear? I would say
Absolutely.
wear comfortable clothes, you know? Because there's a lot of different things and you're probably going to need multiple outfits as well
mm,
because you got the 25K turkey trot, you got
yep,
the Shark Tank, you got the jousting, and
yep.
again, armor will be provided for the jousting tournament if you are participating in that. The hot air balloon, the feast at night that again we're keeping under wraps. So you're going to need multiple outfits. I mean, uh, we we do have a luggage check service, but it does cost money. I will say, and obviously, always tips are appreciated. But you're gonna have to prepare for this. So I'm getting
And thanks, Daniel, for filling in. After the feast, we have another exciting event. Tanner, I know you're excited about this one. It's the I forget the name, but we take it's the bonfire. We take everybody to the forest, and then
Yeah.
we make them escape.
The pagan ritual.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
And there's
so
the they have to return. It's like a
that's right. That's
five
right.
miles away from the
Yep.
checkpoint hotel.
Yep. Oh, I
Daniel's
remember.
house.
I remember.
Yeah.
You, me, and Daniel, we go into a little teepee and we come out wearing very, very scary masks, and we kind of do a little jig around the fire, dance around it in a circle, arms in twain, locked, and we dance until we literally fall on the ground, and then we get up and kind of do like a slow get up, kind of like that girl who crawls on the ground in the Exorcist movie. Kind of crawl backwards, and we start chasing the experienced guests, and we chase them through the woods until they get to the next destination, and that destination is, of course, the ritual. The sorry, what is it called? The ritual. God, I'm having a brain fart. The ritual.
Sack.
The ritual author is where my mind. Ritual altar. Jeez.
Yes. Okay.
The
Yeah.
ritual, yeah, of course, and we'll end up at the ritual altar because that's where we'll scare everyone to. Kind of fun element over there. Of course, that's where we're going to sacrifice the youngest and most pure of our fans. So that's a not to be missed event at the end of the night, and that's how we're going to wrap things up. However, as with previous years, there are after parties, so if you get invited to that one, stay safe. But yeah, it should be a good time. What are we just talked about the newcomer experience and what they're to expect, but what about for the old heads who did this last year? What's the draw coming back? They already got all the autographs. They already participated in the pagan rituals. What is bringing them back to the experience meetup? Daniel?
Yeah, that's a good point. We do have, and I would say, um, uh, we will have new people for the jousting tournament, right? The Sharks will be different, but the big draw is the giveaways that we're doing,
Mm,
the raffles. Alex, do you want to get into the raffles?
Yeah. Well, we know those old heads. They like to be, reminded of their fun times in years past. They like to show off, hey, I'm a veteran of this event. So we'll have a lot of trinkets from years past and some of the last events, broken sticks from the pagan ritual in previous years, shark tooth, that sort of thing. And we'll have little fun Easter eggs for dedicated longtime listeners of the podcast, referencing fun previous episodes and past topics that we've covered. Tanner's going to be featured in some of those Easter eggs, so we're really excited to. We're going to have a little fun competitions for those, as well as there is the chance to stay in the nice guest suite. Daniel, I know you said we're not providing hotel spaces for anyone, but that is not true for one lucky winner and a plus one. So be on the lookout for that. Um, the rest of it escapes me, but I think we
Yeah,
do the best
let
to.
me take it home. Let me
Yeah,
take it
yeah.
home. Folks, this is going to be an event you're not going to want to miss. Whether it's your first time, whether it's your last time, this is going to be the to go to event. So remember, wear comfortable clothes, bring multiple sets of clothes, bring the kids if you want, bring iPads for the kids, take care of yourself, be healthy. If you're a virgin, remain a virgin so you can be sacrificed. If you're not, I'll see you there at the altar. November 31st, rain or shine. And with that, I think that's the experience. How was that?